What initially seems like a moment of relief quickly becomes far more complex as Coronation Street delivers one of its most emotionally intense episodes, the point where Todd finally decides to speak out. After spending months under Theo's control, isolated and constantly afraid, Todd reaches his limit after a violent attack. Going to the police is more than just a formal action. It marks the moment he can no longer carry everything on his own. In situations like this, people often stay silent until the pressure becomes impossible to tackle. At the station, Todd tells the full story. But the truth isn't straightforward. As Kit and Lisa begin discussing possible evidence, Todd admits he had lied to medical staff when he was treated at A&E. That detail highlights just how much fear had influenced his choices. Even when help was available, he still couldn't bring himself to be honest. Back on the cobbles, the truth hits hard. His friends are shaken, some openly angry. There's a mix of emotions, guilt for not noticing earlier, and anger at Theo for everything he's done. At the same time, Theo's behavior begins to change. Rather than confronting the situation, he avoids it. Realizing things are no longer in his control, he tries to quietly leave, packing up his van and keeping out of sight. It reflects someone who knows the situation is slipping away from him. However, he doesn't get far. Gary stops him before he can leave. Even though Sarah worries the situation could turn violent, Gary chooses a different approach. He takes Theo directly to the police. It's a deliberate decision, focused on preventing Theo from escaping rather than acting out of anger. Still, Theo doesn't give in. He tries to reverse the story, claiming Todd was the abusive one. It's a familiar tactic when someone is under pressure. But Lisa doesn't believe him, and Theo is held in custody overnight, a temporary hold rather than a final outcome. There is a slight sense of hope. Todd reveals that there might be home video footage showing what really happened. Yet even that comes with uncertainty. He worries Theo may have already destroyed it. That fear shows how little control Todd feels he has left over the situation. Sarah doesn't stop there. Believing Theo may have hidden something from the police, she decides to act herself. Her determination leads her into a risky situation as she searches through Theo's van. When she finds a tablet, it feels important, but also dangerous. Taking matters into her own hands could put Todd's case at risk. As the week goes on, the aftermath starts to unfold. Todd is discharged from hospital and returns with George to collect his belongings. It's a quiet but significant moment, a step forward physically, while emotionally everything remains unsettled. It becomes clear that speaking out was only the first step. The case against Theo is still uncertain, the risks remain, and Todd is far from recovering psychologically. Breaking free from control is one thing, rebuilding a sense of safety is another. With Theo already connected to a wider murder storyline, it's difficult to see this ending simply. If anything, this feels like the point where things could become even more unstable. If you want to follow how this story develops next, make sure to subscribe.